Trump has not been having a very good week. And although it's kind of funny, I mean, karma, it's also slightly concerning because when Trump has a bad week, America has a bad week. And now Trump's bad week just continues to get worse, as a shocking video is currently being circulated, and it has just come back to haunt Trump in a major way. How's it going? My name is Hunter Avallone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now trust me, you're not going to want to go anywhere because this video is really quite shocking and also pretty funny and ironic. But first, let's talk about Trump's current woes. Kicking off Trump's bad week, we have a major legal blow for Trump.
President Donald Trump suffered a major setback after a federal judge ruled his administration illegally halted hundreds of millions of dollars in FEMA grants. The judge found Trump's funding freeze violated a court order and was part of his broader crackdown on sanctuary jurisdictions. Democratic attorney generals from 22 states and D.C. brought the case, arguing Trump's actions unlawfully withheld critical aid meant for states across the country. The judge sided against Trump, signaling another legal blow for the Trump administration.
But the law is not done with Donald Trump yet. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to bring a Maryland man back to the U.S. by midnight Monday after concluding that he was unlawfully deported to his home country of El Salvador despite an immigration court order that he not be sent there.
Judge Zinnes granted the preliminary injunction and ordered that Kilmar Albrego Garcia be brought back to the United States by 11:59 p.m. on Monday.
I want to say thank you to everyone that has helped us, that has supported us in fighting this, and we will continue fighting for Kilmar, for my husband.
To make matters worse, Trump continues to show his disregard for the military.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, not President Donald Trump, will attend the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. soldiers who died during a training exercise in Lithuania. Trump travelled to South Florida to attend the LIV golf tournament at Trump National Doral instead. The 4 U.S. Army infantry soldiers went missing, along with an M88A2 Hercules vehicle during a scheduled exercise, prompting American, Lithuanian and Polish teams to search for days before recovering the vehicle from a swamp and retrieving the final set of remains the following day. Family members of the fallen soldiers requested no media presence at the transfer, according to White House officials. However, Democrats were quick to criticize the president's decision not to attend. Senator Ruben Gallego wrote, "The President of the United States, as of now, will not meet the remains of our service members when they land at Dover because he will be at a golf tournament."
But Trump's week just got worse because a recent video has just started circulating and it's come back to haunt Trump in a major way. That's right, the moment you've all been waiting for. This video compiles old clips of various different Republicans, some even currently serving in Trump's administration. And each and every one of them are essentially opposing Trump before Trump even introduced his insanity.
A tariff is a tax on Americans. A tariff isn't paid by the exporter. China's not going to pay the tariff. The buyer is going to pay the tariff.
Donald Trump has proposed a 40% tariff, which is a tax on all of you. I think raising your taxes by 40% would kill jobs all across this country.
I have never agreed with the president's tariff policy, and that's why I do call him and I say, Mr. President, I need to talk to you about these tariffs. And he will come back and he'll say, oh, Joni, I know that you don't like tariffs, but I'm a tariff guy.
Taxing European car imports hurts BMW because they can do the same thing to us. China wins when we fight with Europe. China wins when the American consumer has higher prices because of tariffs that don't affect Chinese behavior.
Now with a 10% tariff laid down, who pays that tariff? The American workers and the American companies pay the brunt of all those. So far, Americans have paid $12 billion in tariffs. It's not punishing the Chinese, it's punishing us.
You know, the highest tariff levels in the history of this country, the Smoot-Hawley tariffs, were enacted, and it shut down world trade. There's little doubt that these protectionist barriers that were put up in 1930 or 31 made the Great Depression worse. So let's not repeat that mistake.
I hope that our administration is looking at ways to expand and grow opportunities for American businesses and farmers and ranchers, and not get us into this tit-for-tat trade war with some of these countries, even China.
A generalized tariff that would actually harm allies, harm American consumers, by the way. And again, if we start engaging in trade wars, I just don't believe anybody wins a trade war, quite honestly. I just think there's so much collateral damage. I think it's a very risky and dangerous strategy.
So, I'm much more of a free trader. I have worry about retaliation against our products that certainly we have a lot of in Wyoming. So I'm focused on the businesses here at home, the impact of trade, and the impact of tariffs, which I have concerns about, and specifically the retaliation that may come as a result of this new announcement.
Strong trade relationships, particularly with Canada and Mexico, are primary drivers of our nation's economy. We must protect those relationships and be careful as we consider changes in our approach to trade to be certain that Americans continue to benefit from the economic opportunities that have created by a strong trade policy.
Yeah, you can see why this is clearly a blow for Trump. All in all, when even Republicans can agree that tariffs are not good for American consumers, and Trump just ignores what they say and does it anyway, we can easily conclude that Trump has abandoned his mission of ever making America great again.